Victory
But
Bell.
anyway, let's talk about James for a second.
Yes, because James is actually a reference to James from Team Rocket, who in the anime actually gets tricked into buying a Magikarp.
It's very funny. So I believe it's on the episode where the SSN is sinking.
Yes.
And James is like, look, I met this salesman and he gave us a golden Magikarp or something like that. I can't remember if it was gold or not. And then they put it in the water and it doesn't do anything. And he's like, oh, you're useless. I hate you. And then, just as he says that, it evolves into a Gyarados.
Yes.
And then destroys him.
Yes, it's so hilarious when it happens too. That was like probably one of the best moments out of it. And I think later on he actually meets the same salesman again who actually gyps him off again.
That was like a running gag for a while in the anime.
Yes.
People always getting gypped.
Anyway, since we are talking about the anime now, Mount Moon. There was a episode about Mount Moon where we discovered that the Clefairies would dance. And
I do remember the dancing Clefairy. I remember nothing else.
the Clefairies would have their dance, and then shards of moonstone would drop on them on a certain day. It actually gets more you get more reference out of it in Pokemon Silver, Gold, and Crystal, because you can actually see the dance. I believe it's on Mondays. But apparently the dance happens, and then parts of the moonstone start falling, and the Clefairies start evolving, and that's when you first learn about Pokemon evolving through stones.
Yes. Although I think it was mentioned in the... No, it wasn't mentioned in the museum. I think somebody mentions it along the way.
They mention the stones, but they don't mention how they react to Pokemon.
Yep. So as we're going through and doing stuff, and, doing what we do, we're really going to need to think about who we're going to want to keep on our team in the long run.
Yes.
I like Pikachu as an electric type.
That works fine for me for this generation. If it was any other generation, I'd probably fight you over Magnemite, but...
Yeah, it's just by the time we can actually get an Electabuzz is in the power plant, which is also where Zapdos is. Pikachu will probably be a Raichu by then. The other option we have is Jolteon. For an electric type.
Yeah, I'm having trouble here. Probably should have healed.
Probably.
Okay, no, I should be fine. Okay.
Anywho,
I'm going to get these items really quickly, and then I'm going to show you one of the items that I got earlier in Mount Moon.
TMs. So now that we got a TM, can we just talk about that for a really quick second?
Sure.
Super quick. TMs are one-time use only.
Up until Generation 5, isn't it?
Yep. Up until Generation 5. Which means we're not going to be using any of our TMs until the end of the game. So when we get to our Pokemon Center next, we're going to just store it in our PC because we actually have limited bag space.
Right.
We can't hold all the TMs and some potions and vitamins and key items. We can't do that.
Yeah.
We honestly can't.
And everything's clustered up instead of having separate places for Pokeballs, key items, TMs.
Yeah. It's in the order that you get them. Now you can organize it by hitting select.
And then you can go to the one that you want to trade it with.
Yeah. But I think for now we're gonna put away all of our TMs and ethers and vitamins in the PC.
Okay. So what I'm going to use now is an escape rope, and basically this will mean I just don't have to run back, basically, like I have been doing. In fact, I probably should have bought some escape ropes earlier on, but I could do that.
You should have.
I should have.
So now that we're back at the Pokemon Center, and we brought up the element of the PC for personal storage, we're also going to bring it up for Pokemon storage. So the thing about boxes here, your Pokemon will not automatically go to the next box. You have to manually switch your Pokemon box, which means if you catch a Pokemon, you store the town map away.
Oh, I know. I'm going to be using it that much because I really know this like the back of my hand.
That's true, but I just thought, maybe we could show it to the audience.
Well, I think there's also a bunch of them that you could see later on.
Well, I think there is one in every Pokemon Center, right?
Yeah,
or like in a house. There's one in a house in the next town. I know that for sure. So okay, well we can do that. But if you catch a Pokemon while your box is full, you will not get to keep that Pokemon.
You will release it automatically. Yes.
You will automatically release it, which means if you're going to catch a legendary Pokemon in this generation, please make sure you have automatically switched your box, just to be safe, because there's honestly no way of telling if your box is full or not.
Right. So let me just go ahead and go and look in my box really quickly.
We need to get Clefairy.
What are we going to switch it out with?
Little Prick.
Okay, fair enough. So, I mean, you could change the box right here.
It automatically saves your data. That's fine. We don't need to change it, though.
Yeah, but we got 12 boxes. We've got just the 12 boxes. You can have 30 in each box, isn't it?
No.
No? How much is it in the original game?
I think it's like 15.
15. Yeah. There's not that many.
Well, at the same time, there aren't that many Pokemon to catch.
Fair enough.
Okay, so Little Prick's gonna go. He's like, honestly, James has caught up to him by this point. You're doing a horrible job. And we're just gonna take Faye. And
I like Faye more anyway, so.
Yeah. The only downside to leaving Little Prick behind is that he could have evolved into a Nidoking. And Nidoking are pretty useful. They can learn moves like Earthquake, Surf,
yeah, here's another thing. Pokemon that are caught and sent to the PC, they don't get their health back.
Yep, you have to heal them up.
There we go.
So, there we go. So,
I think what I'm going to do now, especially because we got little Faye with us now, is I'm going to do some training. Like, just out here instead of going back into Mount Moon.
Well, no.
What?
See, if you put Faye against... If you do switch training, which is you're going to put her out against higher level Pokemon and switch her out for ones that, the rest of the team can handle, she'll gain more experience. Which will be faster because we've spent forever in this cave system. We want to get to the next gym.
Fair enough, but wouldn't you rather save that XP for James? Because James is literally useless until he gets level 20.
Well, I mean, I guess we could, but, regardless, she's going, you can put her up against higher level Pokemon when you exit the cave, Chris. Yes. You don't have to bring her all the way back here, please. People want a change. It's taking so long.
Wendy?
Yeah?
I'm just coming back here to buy some escape ropes.
Oh. Okay, then.
Are you okay now?
No, I'm not.
Jesus Christ, these escape ropes cost a lot, but 5 of them should do us for a while.
You waste your money so much. Oh my god. How are you going to buy revives and shit for the Elite Four?
Oh no, I'm not going to have any money by the Elite Four, which is how many hours away?
If you do this game properly, just a few. No, I'm joking. It's only 6 hours away, Chris. God. This is why I really liked having Meowth as a kid, because Payday makes money show up.
Yeah.
So, this is a move exclusive to Meowth, which I love. It's called Payday. It still exists. What it does is it throws money at the opponent and damages them, because I guess coins hurt a lot. And then when you win, you can pick up the extra money. And then in later generations, there's this move called Happy Hour, which is a super special move. You can't get it through normal gameplay. It has to be through event. It will double your prize money. So what you do then is you get your Pokemon to use Happy Hour.
Hang on.
Flytrap, you're in love with me! Even though you're going to be slightly uglier. Oh, I'm so excited. Oh, he actually doesn't look that different.
He actually looks really cute.
Yeah.
So, yeah, our little Flytrap is so much bigger now. He's all grown up.
For some reason, they depict him standing on his hind legs, despite the fact that Ivysaur can never do that.
Well, I mean, I guess they could for a few seconds, but they usually don't walk around on their hind legs.
Yeah.
It'd be like a cat doing it, I guess.
Well, it'd be like any animal that doesn't walk on 5
Fair
legs.
enough. Really quickly, is it just me or does Clefairy in this image look like she only has one wing?
It does, yes.
Just something that kind of bugged me when I saw the back of her for a few seconds.
Actually, I can't remember. Clefairy...
They do have little wings.
Yeah, no, but do they have just one or two?
Two.
I thought for the longest time the back sprite had just one wing in the back.
No, they've had two. I'm almost certain.
Oh my god, we're still up here?
Yeah.
There's like 3 more floors to get through. No. This is taking forever. I'm running out of things to talk about. We've only been recording for an hour.
Okay, what do you think about Brock's backstory? Because Brock actually gets a backstory in the anime. He's apparently the oldest of like a bunch of little siblings, and his father basically gives up, and he has to take over. And
I didn't think too much of it, to be honest, as a kid. Like, I just sort of thought that was a fact of life. Like, when I grew up, I knew a lot of people whose parents were, like, divorced or whatever, or came from big families, so that was never really weird to me. But I grew up in, like, a very diverse elementary school. Like, you had people from all over, and, like, all walks of life were there, which was cool. So, like, I thought it was kind of weird that Brock's dad was a bum.
yeah.
But, like, I just sort of figured, like, well, that's his business, right? Like, that's just the way his family is. And, like, I didn't think of it as sad. I just thought of it as, you know, like,
Odd.
that's just how his family is. I didn't think of it as odd, no.